Welcome back to another episode of MadButterzz Method, and this time round a little bit different to the usual ones I've done so far, where you go to a terminal. This one's do will. Oh my god, I'm already making mistakes. Right, anyway, this is to deal with ground conflict missions. Now this would require you just to go to a frontline solution desk and choosing a location, and then you'll use their dropships to take you to the location, which is a bit more longer winded, which I don't do it that way. I do it my way, whereas I just take my own ship, turn up and land. It's a lot quicker, and you could probably chain up a lot more missions that way, because there's always multiple places that are being attacked or having the war. So what you will do is you'll go to the galaxy map, and you want to go to the I think it's map modes, and once you find a map mode you want to go down to the state and look for war, which is in orange. And then basically you want to look around the map and look for an orange dot. Once you find an orange dot, that is the best place to find a lot more ground conflict opportunities. And once you've done there, you want to make your way to that place. Once at the location that you found, you'll find loads of these like cross sword symbols, and they're basically all the planets that have got ground combat. Now I wanted to take you to a nice, to make it look really good, go to an atmospheric planet, which is that light blue, but it's just too far away, and I'm trying to set up for a holiday and all this lot, so that's why I'm getting these videos done. Once you pick a location, once you find something nearby, whatever you want to do, going by this, it's on the lighter side. Sometimes it's wrong. So this is the opportunity to you, if you can find a planet with multiple ones on, you can look for one that's in a lighter zone. You can look for names, see what's on the lighter side, because it's a bit more fun when you can actually see what's going on. Or you're going to be running around with a lot of torch on and having to drain your battery on your suit. Basically again, I'll do what I usual, I'll scan the planet. So it's more money to make out of the data that you can sell. Now, just an important thing, when you arrive there, do not pick what side you're going to be fighting with until you land. And I always go for democracy. I don't know why I believe in it, but I don't want to be joining a dictatorship, because that's just, no, it's just not me. So, once you've chosen your side, after you've landed, disembark. And you can either use the quick wheel to go to send your ship away, or, as I found out, use the item wheel, go to emotes and wave. And if you wave to the ship, it will go bye-byes, it will fly off and go into safety, because there's a possibility if it's landed there and then everything kicks off, the pink fair, everyone will start shooting at it. And then basically you want to turn up and start fighting for the side and helping out. Now in conflict, you if you've never done conflict before on the ground, you basically have these little sort of capture the flag areas to take, as well as just killing off multiple enemies that turn up. So same rules apply for them as really, so it's fight your way. I love a bit of ground combat, yeah, and you can chain these up and get loads of points. And the best thing about this, even if you die, you don't lose the money that you've earned from the bounties, and you'll return back on a dropship anyway, and it'll drop you off, and you can continue until it's over, basically. As you can see, I love using the manticore. Two shots. Now I can't remember what. I think this might have been a medium conflict, so I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember what it was when I did this one. But there are harder ones, and the harder ones, even with my little kitted out rifle, I might have to use 3 rounds to deal with an enemy. Because right now this one I can take out a shield and then kill them with 1 shot. And but on like the harder ones, it might require 3. Because the shield might be easy to take out, but they might have a little bit of a buff of armor. And just another quick note, it's also it's a bit like the same with the space battles as well, which is good. That even if I shoot and take out a shield, but I don't get the kill because an NPC or a threat, if you're with a friend who's joining you in the battle, when he kill him, you both get paid regardless. There's no kill stealing, which is nice, because me and my mate were on about this on other games we played before, and it's like, you know, you do something like this on this level and then you steal your mate's kill or something like that, even if it's by accident or on purpose, but it's a pain in the ass because then you're getting the bonuses and your poor friend isn't, vice versa. So this thing doesn't allow that to happen, which is nice, because there's nothing more annoying than kill stealing. I mean, it's that good basically, as long as you put one shot on an enemy or whatever, like, and then someone else kills them later on or whatever, you get paid regardless, because you help put some damage on them. So that's the other thing I like. You know, it's as simple as that. So yeah, essentially, if you're with a mate, one of you could take out the shield while the other one mows him down with the kinetic weapon. It works either way. Now, I'm not going to pretend I didn't do that on purpose. My grenade, I only just realised watching the footage that he actually rebound. I'm still working on grenades at the moment. I can't. Grenades are a bit finicky. I get them right sometimes, and other times, well, I cock them like badly. So throwing grenades is not my strong suit. Now, as you can see in this, I'm always well. I don't do a lot of the green taking the capture points half the time because I just enjoy killing. And most of the time in the easy areas, you don't really have to worry about the capturing the points, because most of the time your NPCs will do that for you on your team. But it's useful, especially when it comes to the harder ones, the harder conflicts, because there's a lot of fighting going on, and you want to make sure you're keeping your reinforcements going and draining theirs down, basically. Obviously draining theirs down, because what I like about this is when you actually drain that whole bar down, whoever's left on the planet it will show these little person icons of how many are left to actually wipe off to finish the battle. Now, when I finish this battle off, because I don't on the end of this video I didn't quite go back to the well, you don't see me go to the station, but you can either go to the desk and get your combat bonds from the Frontline Solutions, or you can actually just go to the combat option in the contacts when you're on the ship, and you can get it, but there's a minus 12% because you're doing it that way. So yeah, you might, if you want to keep all full amount. Now I earned just under 500,000 for this one conflict zone. So imagine that, right? So you've done that, and let's say you've got enough play time. So what you want to do is, if you think, yeah, I've got a whole day up, I'm going to just do battles. Yeah, you could really rake in some cash. You know, you just do what I'm doing, what I've done here. Yeah, so you'll come here, do your battle, and then once you've done what you've done, you're going to call back in your ship. You're going to get back in your ship, fly off. You could essentially just fly up, and then like basically, as long as you super cruised away from the ship range, I can't remember what the range is, but you need a good distance, because then what you could do is exit the menu and then reload and come back down here, and a new fight will be ready to start again. Or if you don't want to do it that way, just chain them up, leave this planet, go to one of the other planets, look for another settlement, which is probably better, because you're then changing the battlefield, basically changing the ground. It'll all look a bit different. You know, more different covers and different kind of settlements there are in the well, universe, in or whatever system you're in. I mean, for me, doing this, yeah, some people will be like, oh, really? Well, that's all it is. I mean, I could do this online. You might be able to fight against other people as well. But for me, I can win. I'm not always losing like I do in most games. I have a thing about certain PvP games and all this lot. But with this, you know, it depends what mood I'm in sometimes. You know, if I'm not exploring, I just want to do combat, I quite happily sit on, get on this, do this, and get into some war. Do it this way. Knowing for well I could walk out alive and win. I mean, sometimes during the harder conflicts, it's a lot more challenging. So you're having to be a bit more clever on how you're taking things on. Now, just like you can see with this rifle as well, this range is not too bad, because sometimes the enemy NPCs have a habit of staying on spot, but sometimes they don't, and they can get out of the way quite easy. So this gun has got a lot more. It's a lot more effective, obviously, if you're quite close by, because normally with the first shot, it will shunt them with their shield coming off. Then you've got a chance to fire the next shot and then killing them. Sometimes, if you haven't got that option, quickly swap to another weapon and wipe them out. So, because with the Dominator suit that I'm wearing, you get to hold 3 weapons. So, 2 primaries and 1 secondary. So, my character is currently holding the Manticore Plasma. It's a plasma firing weapon. And I've got a kinetic rifle. And the other thing you don't see me switch to is I've got a thermal, basically a laser pistol, which is thermal damage, which is great. So you can use that to wipe out a shield, and then switch to the machine gun to wipe them out afterwards. Although I've not maxed, but I've actually upgraded the laser pistol, so sometimes you can just use that and wipe them out. It takes a little bit longer, but it works if you've got no other options and you're nowhere near any ammo boxes and all that lot. The only finicky part about doing these ground battles is obviously you got to make sure you know an area where you can get charged up for your battery. And now another thing I just remembered to make sure to let you know about is when you turn up to a ground conflict, make sure you turn on your shield, because if you're doing a dropship, your shield is automatically on. But when you're turning up a battle yourself, yeah, to make sure you turn on your own shield when you're getting into conflict. And then always look out for these things here for powering up. It's quicker and easier for getting your suit powered back up. Unless you're carrying multiple battery packs, which is normally a maximum of 2 if you're in an emergency situation. And there you go, battle 1. Now, there's obviously a lot of what's called on this. So yeah, I think with the setting I've got so far, doing either the low, medium things, I can quite do them quite nicely. But obviously, when it comes to the harder conflicts, which is a bit more challenging, but you get a lot more money for your work in that one. The kills are worth a lot more money. Because I think on here I've seen like thousands, and whereas if you're doing the harder ones, you're getting a good. Like, I don't know, it could be 20 to 50,000 maybe-ish. Now, a useful thing, if you're combating with your mate and stuff, or if you want your guy doing over with a ship and having space battles, that atmosphere battles, that can be done. But to save him taking a lot of damage, you want to come to these kind of turrets and take these out, because if you don't, they can do a lot of damage to someone's ship, and depending on whose side they're shooting at. So if you've got a guy who's a mate who's got the salvage suit, the Maverick suit, you want to get down there, get those things deactivated, because that will save a lot of hassle. Because I've done a few atmospheric battles, and if you've got the turrets on, then you're going to have to keep moving. You can't just be slow moving and trying to take out other spaceships above. I mean, it can be done, but you just need to make sure you've got those turrets taken out, because they do a lot of damage. Yeah, so all in all, ground conflict, I like it. It's just a way of just making quite easy cash if you want to. Yeah, so if you like that sort of thing, yeah, go for it. Chain them up and just travel about. Obviously, if you've got a lot of free time, go for it. Especially if you're in multiplayer as well. It's more fun if you've got your mates with you. But yeah, so if you like this video, please, do all that general stuff. Like, subscribe, comment. All the views will help this channel a lot, because I'm trying to do a bit of all sorts. I want to try and break the stigma of the standard. Oh, I've got to have a channel with one subject. I do a lot of filmmaking, music work, and all that stuff, and this will just help the channel a lot. So that would be much appreciated.